All right, hey, what's up, guys? Want to throw another one of these how to sell fake videos. So we did how to sell question mark kick. I want to do how to sell a drop sidekick out of a crescent kick fake. We need like a better name. We need like a catchier name for that one because that's about 27 syllables. But by the time we label the video, I'll think of something better. But this is a fake from a crescent into a sidekick, and we are going to look at the proper setup and how to fake somebody out with it. I think fakes are such a fun way to spar. I really make like a delineation in my own sparring, or when I was a kid, I was really bad at sparring. I learned how to be effective doing fakes, and then I became never great, but eventually real good at it. That was definitely the line. Like when I learned how that worked, wow, I can start to outsmart people. I can have people kind of thinking and guessing one way and be going the other way, and I can be anticipating how that's going to work if I understand these setups that I'm going to show you today. Outside crescent kick is probably my most important sparring tool for the kind of point sparring that we do at the karate school. I think it is so nice the way that it defends your body as it comes around. It's really hard to block. It comes up to the blind side. It can be like a heat-seeking missile and follow somebody's head back. It's just an awesome tool. So the fake I'm going to show you, I really like it because it starts off, it's all predicated off throwing that crescent kick, which itself can be pretty deadly, and then once you score with it, you're setting up one of the coolest fakes that there is. So watch how this works. All right, here we go back. Why don't you take one leg and practice throwing your outside crescent kick up to the head. In fact, warm that up right now. Just take one leg and just kind of get it going like a giant wheel. Like start throwing some big circles, crescent, 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 with one leg. Okay, so now imagine we're sparring, right? We're sparring, and you're gonna take that leg and you're gonna throw it up to the blind side of the head. And I think that's really, really important when you're throwing head kicks, that you understand somebody standing like this, attacking back here is way better than attacking over here in the kind of point sparring that we do. Because over here, if you do you guys want to get into some really complicated mathematics, I've got two eyeballs over here with which to see, and two arms with which to block. So a kick's coming over this way. Oh man, look at that, it's a kick. I see and I block, right? You throw that kick over here, guess what? I might not even ever know what it even was, right? Because it might whack me before I can see it, before I can block it. Zero eyes, zero arms back there. Better way to do it, right? So anyways, you're throwing that crescent. If you're throwing it with your left, so I'm going left, boom. If you're using your left, you'd be throwing it against somebody standing the way I am right now. You'd be throwing it here. And guys, you would try to get, if you're decently flexible at all, you would try to get like hip to hip with that person and then throw that up. As long as they're not moving forward, that could be a nice surprise attack. So I'd be in real close with you, then I lift my front leg up, boom, up to the back of your head, all right? Pretty tough to stop. Being aware of that blind side, scoring your 2 points to the head. So you might throw that, and you might throw that a few times effectively, and you really get somebody thinking about their head, and then you start to exaggerate it and really show it to them and go, oh, now I've got your number, right? They're thinking, I've got your number, and I'm going to stop you up high. So then they start to block it, right? They start to block every time you look up and you start to raise your knee. They're raising. And not only are they raising, but the other thing they're doing is they're sticking out their juicy barbecued rib cage right towards you, all right? So picture this. If we're going to freeze frame it, I conditioned you now to reach up every time my leg comes up. Remember, I don't have to get my kick all the way up there to cause you to reach up. You start reaching up, if you're properly conditioned, about here, you start reaching up. So I've done this, and you've done this. Can you see what's coming? Right, you've done this, you're thinking it's a headshot, you've exposed your ribs, you've leaned back, and I'm going to drop that right in to the rib cage. So here's what it looks like. Remember, with your fakes, you're not actually throwing double kick, right? So I'm not going to go crescent kick and then throw the side kick to the body. But what I'm going to do is lift up, and I'm going to sell it. And that's the name of these videos, remember, is selling a fake. So I'm going to lift this. I'm going to look up. I'm going to be like, here it comes again, man. Whoa, it's way up. They reach. I'm looking up. Eyes open big. Up high. They lean back. And then I'm going to drop that side kick on the ribs. But it's not a double kick. It's not 1, 2. It's half of one. Boom. Then the other half of the other. So I encourage you to try that right now. You do that lift, you really sell me on like you're going for my head, and you make me believe it. Here it comes, bam, drop it on that exposed rib cage. And again, here it comes high, boom. And you drop it down. And now when your leg comes up, you've got one terrified opponent because they've been getting whacked in the head the whole time. Now they're leaning back and they're feeling their ribs. And you've got a pretty sweet fake going right there with your outside crescent high and then to the body. Outside crescent can be used to set up also the kick called S kick, which we will cover next time, which is another devastating faking technique. Outside crescent can turn into the heat-seeking axe kick, which we will use to kind of follow somebody back. It's just like such a cool tool to have in sparring, especially if you get it like at that intermediate stage where almost everybody else is just doing punches and round kicks, and you can figure out how to get that crescent to start working for you. It's going to be fun because you're going to jump way ahead of the game. So cool. Setting up that low side kick. Work on it.